I speak unto thee this day, and I would ask thee, do you know how much it means to me that my own people would be trusting in me? That is, how much I desire my people to trust me, to believe me, to walk in the way that I provide. But I say you are living in an adulterous, a wayward, a vile generation, when the ones who claim that they love me, claim they believe me, claim they trust me, do not trust me at all. But I say instead they would rather be trusting in the filthy world. They would rather be trusting in the voices of demons. They would rather be trusting in their own understanding than trusting in me. And I say that I, the living God, am sorely grieved because my own people do not trust and believe in me. I say that I, the living God, never called my people to fellowship the world, to partake of the world, and to believe the world. That is, to believe in the filth of Sodom and Egypt and seek their counsel of the same. But I say that I've intended that my own people would be trusting, believing, and hoping in me, because it is me they are meant to please. And I say, if you look to me as the author and the finisher, if you look to me as thy life source, if you look to me as thy strength, of course you will be seeing that I am well able. But I say, if you are ever looking to the alternative sources, I say you are deceived in the same. I say, in this wretched, miserable, and ugly generation, why is it that it is turned to be so? I say it is because my own people have left off trusting me, and would rather look unto the world and the vanities contained therein. That is, they would rather be found trusting in darkness, trusting in foolery, than trusting in me. I say this day that I, the living God, do not call thee to live, to die, to perish as a fool, because you are trusting in that which I never ordained. But I say that I call thee to be trusting in me in order to be well-pleasing unto me. Now stop and consider that I, the living God, do ordain the way wherein my people are meant to walk, and I say that they will be ever guided forth in me. That is, if they will continue to believe, they will continue to receive of the truth, the light, the mercy of who I am. And I say that they will continue to be uplifted and directed and guided always, because I am the one who is able. For I say, when men will have their trust in me, they will not be made ashamed. I say you are living in a time when I, the living God, am by necessity bringing forth my wrath, my fury revealed upon the wicked, the vile, the corrupt of this generation. And I say that I am bringing down the proud, I am bringing down the high-minded, who have separated themselves from me through pride. For I say you are living in a time when men are becoming more and more and more defiant and rebellious against me, showing utter contempt for my way. And I say, because they are becoming so disgusting, I say it is me, the living God, who will bring them down. Now what is the sentence of a man who has estranged himself from me and gone a-whoring after the ways of the heathen, when I, the living God, never ever intended it to be so at all? But I say, because men are so full of pride and defiance, so full of rebellion and hatred, I say they go in the way of fools. Now stop and consider that I, the living God, do not intend you to go in the way of fools, but I say that I intend you to be coming forth in me. That is, I intend you to be uplifted in that which I give thee, which is my truth and my light always. For I say it is me, the living God, who will be ever present to bless thee with the truth, to direct thee in the light, and to instruct thee day by day. That is, if you will be coming forth in that which I offer, that which I give thee, you will be kept by me. For I say it is me, the living God, who is well able to direct thee, instruct thee, and bring thee forth, that you can indeed be rejoicing in me. And it is me, the living God, who will give thee the truth and the light upon thy path, that you can indeed be thankful always. For I say it is a good thing, a blessed thing, to be ever purposed, directed, and brought forth by me, because you are trusting in me. Now if you stop and consider what are the alternatives that a man has to trust in me, I say that a man may trust in his riches, and I, the living God, can devastate the same. A man may trust in his physical strength, and I, the living God, can render him helpless and useless and even an invalid if I determine to do so. A man can trust in his own intellect and lose his mind. I say that a man can trust in his family, his friends, and all of his natural strengthening partners, or so he imagines, and I say that he can lose them all. I say that a man can trust in his circumstance, and the same can fall apart before his eyes. But I say that if a man will trust in me, I say it is me, the living God, who is ever available, and who will make the way for such a one. For I say that all of the other things that men and women put their confidence in can be gone in a night. But I say when a man is trusting in me, he is trusting in the rock that remains. I say this day consider that I, the living God, do look throughout the earth for the ones who will be trusting in me. For I say in this wayward, vile, corrupt, and evil generation, they are few and far between. That is, the ones who will look to me, believe and trust in me, and know that I'm able. For I say it is me, the living God, who is indeed the source, the strength, and the safety provided always. Therefore I say this day, do not be quick to determine what it is that I, the living God, do not do for thee. But I say instead, be quick to thank me and praise me, and continue to keep your hope, your confidence in me. For I say that your life in me is not meant to be centered on you, but rather centered upon me. That is, you are meant to be thankful that you are privileged to be redeemed, to follow after me, to obey me. I say to many of those who claim that they are my people, are living in self-centeredness, and I say they will perish in their vain conceit. For I say they think that the reason they are redeemed is that I, the living God, can be their houseboy and provide everything that they need. That is, that I will be running day and night to fulfill all their lusts, their desires, their whims, and their commands unto me. And I say, because they live in such a proud estate as to their own worth, I say they will die and perish as fools. For I say they will not allow me, the living God, to become the preeminence in their life, but I say they remain on the throne through the adoration of self. I say this day that I, the living God, will not bow to any man nor any woman's self-adoration and love, no, not at all. But I say that I will leave them to the futility of the same, until they are made helpless by that. That is, in the sense that they cannot free themselves from the prison house of self that they are in. And I say that there will be a few who will cry out in agony unto me to be delivered of the same. And I say that I, the living God, will indeed deliver the few who are desirous of escaping the prison house of self. I say this day you are living in a time when men are so full of pride and arrogance. I say they are growing more disgusting by the day. That is, they are so in love with themselves and what they imagine they are. But I say it is all foolery before me. For I say that I, the living God, never ever intended that men would live in self-worship, self-adoration, and yet they do. And I say they can be full of all manner and wickedness, vileness, and corruption, yet I say they are loving themselves. Now stop and consider that I, the living God, have set thee free from the prison house of self, if you will but follow me. That is, if you will be obedient to what it is that I, the living God, desire and require of thee, you can be brought forth in my way. And I say that you can be given the multitude of mercies that I provide thee, for I am the one who is well able unto thee. And I say it is me, the living God, who will prove to be blessed in strength, truth, and light, and the hope intended always. I say this day that I, the living God, have called thee to be thankful, that I am indeed well able to purpose thee in the way of life, if you do but pay heed unto me. That is, if you will be willing to trust yourself to me, rather than any other God, any other source, you will see that I'm able. I say if you consider how stupid it is to trust any other God other than me, I say it is nothing but a fool who will do so. For I say that I, the living God, never purposed my people to be serving the gods of the heathen, to be bowing to the god of self, or even to the demon forces. But I say that I've intended that my own people would be strictly adhering unto me, loving me and rejoicing in my way. I say, consider if you trust indeed the world, that the world can turn on thee. And likewise, if you trust your circumstance, I say that it can be brought down even in a night. I say if you trust in political leaders, if you trust in nations, you are trusting in lies. But I say if you are trusting in me, you are trusting in the truth that does remain. Now I say you are living in a time when men have so departed from me. I say they trust in demons and exhibit the behavior of the same. I say they likewise trust in the world and all of the stupidity, the vanity that is found in that. And I say they are trusting in the darkness, the iniquity, the foolery that is on every hand. And then I say they trust in the wickedness of their own understanding, and they are led astray by the same. I say this day, no wonder that I, the living God, must bring forth my wrath upon them, for I say they have deviated so far from me. That is, they have literally become my enemies, cursing and ranting on every hand, because their hearts have grown so hard through unbelief. I say this day that I, the living God, do not call thee to be as the fools who perish in the wilderness because of their own unbelief. But I say that I call thee to continue to trust, to believe, to hope in me, for I am indeed well able. And I say if it is me that you look to in faith, in trust, in confidence, what is it that you see? You will see that I bring me forth. You will see that I do uplift thee. You will see that I do direct me in my life. I say this day that I, the living God, do not call thee to walk afar off. I do not call thee to be taken in the foolery, the vanity of these times. But I say that I call thee to be made glad, ever thankful, that it is me that you can be believing and trusting in. I say that I call thee to be thankful that yes, indeed, I am the one who will direct me in the truth, the light, the mercy, day after day. For I say, when you will keep your trust in me, I say you will not be ashamed. I say even in the days of my wrath revealed, in the days of great calamity and sorrow, in the days of upheaval and tragedy, in the days of devastation, it is me, the living God, who is well able to keep the ones who are trusting in me. For I say it is me, the living God, who is indeed the ark of safety, and those who run into me are kept. Now consider in the days of my servant Noah, I say that he had to come into the ark. And I say that he had to believe and trust in me more than the circumstance, more than the ridicule, more than the mockery and the scoffing of those who did not believe. And I say that he had to indeed put his life where he believed, that was in the ark of safety. But I say if you consider that Noah was the one who escaped the devastation, who escaped the drowning of the great waters that came upon the earth. And I say that Noah was spared because he trusted in me. I say so it is, if any man will trust in me, he can be kept in the days of my wrath. For I say it is me, the living God, who will put my covering, my protection over him and bring him forth. I say this day that my true ones are meant to keep trusting no matter what the circumstance may be. And I say that my true ones are meant to realize that it is me, the living God, who does delight to extend their faith, their trust, their confidence in me. For I say whatsoever it is that I, the living God, do take thee through, know that I am with thee. But I say if you do something that is your own understanding, your own will, your own desire, of course you will pay in the same. That is, you will pay in the sorrow, you will pay in the suffering, you will pay in the calamity that you go through. I say this day it is senseless to deviate from me, it is wisdom to obey me. For I say if you will indeed be coming forth in obedience, you will be given the abundance that I provide. For I say it is me, the living God, who is abundance and goodness, truth and light and purpose always. And it is me, the living God, who will cause thee to know what it is to be ever kept in me. Therefore I say this day, do not be weary in well-doing, but continue steadfastly, for it is me, the living God, who will reward thee in the same. And I say, be thankful that I am the one who does uplift, purpose, direct, and guide thee forth. I say, be thankful that I am the one who gives thee tender mercy time and again, for I alone am well able. And I say, it is me, the living God, you are meant to look to, believe, and trust, and find the way of life that I provide. I say this day, do not be greedy for gain, do not be greedy for those things of the world that only are vanity and vexation of spirit. But I say, learn what it is to keep yourselves in obedience and subjectivity unto me. For I say, you are not meant to be ruled by the debauchery, the wildness, the stupidity, the violence, the very arrogance of your own carnality. But I say, you are meant to be ruled by my Spirit day by day. I say, this day continue to trust yourselves in me in the days of wrath revealed, for I say, you will be kept in the light that I provide. And I say that you will come forth rejoicing that it is me who is thy God.